everyone, I wanted to share with you my quick raffia flower project that I made using Wild Orga Crafts raffia, which is a new product, and the codes begin with AF, and there's several different colors. The one I'm going to show you today is the AF408. So the raffia comes in a bundle like this, and it's the texture is that of like a silky paper, if that makes sense, and it's crinkly and you can totally unfold it, and that's exactly what I did to this maroon raffia. And what I did is I made myself a little template. See this little strange spoolie device? That's actually the two ends from some organza on the spool from Hobby Lobby. I just popped these off, and they weren't really even glued on. And then I hot glued the two together, and the reason I wanted to do this is I wanted to make myself a template to wind the raffia around, and that would create two flowers. Once it's wrapped around and I trim it around the periphery, it makes two flowers. So what I did is I took my raffia, which I unfolded. I still left it crinkled, but you could totally use hair flat iron or one of those tiny little craft irons to quickly iron it out if you don't want any of the wrinkles, or if you want controlled wrinkles, or you could run this through one of those corrugated crimpers, and then I wound it around, slightly alternating, moving it off to the side until I covered everything twice, making sure that the center is pretty much in the middle. And the reason for that is because once I wound this around and completed it, I just held on to the end of it and then trimmed with a pair of scissors around the outside, and that created two of these. I punctured a hole in the middle, I put a brad through it, and I just grabbed these recollection brads, but you could totally do a non-decorative one and then put different decorations around. So now that I have it at this stage, I had two of them, and this is actually what the finished project flower looks like. And this is the one that's just been cut off. So it's really just layers of the layers of the raffia going in slightly alternating directions, so they make a layered effect. And now with this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my scissors and use the edge of the scissors to either scoop up or down. So if you want your petals to go in, you need to flip it over, pull one of the layers up, and then gently, just use a pair of scissors that's not too sharp, scrape it. Just like curling ribbon you would for a present, and that's what it produces. So what I did with this one, I went all around each petal and just did the little scrapey technique. Then you can decorate the center with whatever you'd like. You can trim the raffia in half to make it wispier. You could fill this with various bling. You could fill it with flat back pearls. The possibilities really are endless. But it's a cute little way to have a very natural feeling. The texture is just really wonderful. And on the lighter colors, like this one, and I'll grab another one, this caramelly one, you could stamp on it. The raffia accepts stamping very nicely. You just need to make sure that if you're going to spray with any kind of shimmery sprays afterwards, that you use alcohol-based inks like StazOn, in order to prevent them from bleeding. So there's my little before and after raffia flower. If you have any questions, leave me a comment. I'll include a link below to the online store for Wild Orchid Crafts. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below.